Hi and welcome to Super Game Geeks. Gary, Callum and Chris here to give you our response to the Division beta. Did it draw us in or did we want to escape from New York?
I don't know, Snake. What did it make you do?
Snake! Snake!
Shut up, Metal Gear Solid fan.
Yeah, I still haven't finished that yet.
Right, so Division beta has just finished. We loved it. We absolutely adored it. It was
Well, we
so
played
much...
it over the weekend and it's now Wednesday and we miss it dearly.
Gary kind of put 24 hours into it as well.
Yeah, over 4 days from Friday afternoon till Monday evening, 24 hours.
Just...
That is immense.
that would just make me go, do I really need to buy the game now or not?
I think it means you do need to buy the game. He's just got his game's worth of game time in the beta alone. Like, wicked.
So, to start off with, we're going to talk about graphics. I personally... I mean, I know there was meant to be a graphical downgrade, but I thought it looked really good. Like, I mean, obviously the roads were very similar. Some of the building layouts were very similar.
Yeah,
but...
they've had to cut back because obviously originally they wanted the whole of New York. Now they're only doing a portion of it, I should say.
A large portion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the beta seemed quite big and the actual full map seems to be about 4 times the size.
Yeah.
At least. I think they've got a healthy amount of New York to explore.
I noticed you've got Hell's Kitchen in the on the map. I wonder if we're going to run into Daredevil at any point.
Yeah, everyone's initial impressions of the graphics seemed to be a case of, oh, well, it's not as good as I was expecting. But once you started playing, you didn't really notice any bad points about the graphics, and the good points seemed to draw you in.
Yeah, it's got atmosphere. The most important thing is it has atmosphere.
It had so much atmosphere. And I like the fact that you could tell where you were by sort of like the architecture of the road that you were in. So you're like, oh, I must be in a fancy part of New York.
Yeah, you could definitely tell, yeah.
Oh, I'm in Chinatown because, oh, is it Little Koreatown? Because that part was Korean and had all those influences. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, and you had the really great effects like the snow effects. And Chris, you really like snow
Yeah,
effects.
I love snow effects.
Snow
effects are amazing.
I loved that environment, man. Just especially when you walk into a house and you're just going through like finding stuff, and then you walk out and it starts snowing. You're like, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's the light effects as well. The light effects were so dramatic. Sometimes you'll be walking down the street with the fog, and all your teammates are in the distance, like just shadows, just silhouettes. And just looking like total badasses.
I also really like the colours, because obviously all you could see is like the orange rings and stuff in some cases when you were going into dark areas.
Yeah, in fact, I've got a really good screenshot that I took a photo of that we might be able to show you now, if Callum's good at editing.
I'm just going to cut this all out.
I actually liked the particle effects on some of the smoke, the fire, and the wind on the snow. I think when we went into the dark zone, we actually kind of almost got killed because we was looking at the snow being blown through.
Yeah, there was a lot of wow moments.
I expect that from Chris, not you, Gary.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting the effects to be that good.
Yeah, I think this game just proves what you can do with the new generation of console.
Yeah, although it is when you look back at the E3 footage, it's quite a big downgrade, but I think it's in a good way.
Yeah.
If you look at the original footage from E3, the cars, the debris on the road and the cars are just all over the place. I think tactically, when you're playing a game, tactically it wouldn't have been such a good idea. The way they've placed the vehicles now,
it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, instead of a whole road being blocked off, or there's more lines of fire and more angles to play with now.
I one of the things I loved doing was just running on the top of a car, pulling out my sniper rifle, just aiming down the road and just going bang, headshot, and just taking out some bad guys.
Actually, in terms of graphics, the fact that there's been a downgrade isn't a bad thing, because even though the map size isn't the whole of New York, it's above New York because you've got the rooftops, which is unusual for a game like this. You've got the road level, and you also have the sewers underneath. So that's quite... And it's almost like 3 maps crunched into one.
Yeah, and the way that they transitioned between those as well was phenomenal.
Yeah, you can run across the rooftops for quite some distance without needing to jump down or get stuck. So
I mean, I was expecting to walk into a house and have a loading screen. I didn't get any of that.
No, not once.
It was completely seamless.
In fact, once you're in the game, there isn't a loading screen as far as we can tell so far.
Yeah.
Apart from an opening door effect when you go into the dark zone.
Yeah.
The dark zone. Considering we've had no story really, I'm so involved in this game and so interested in the world.
I mean, obviously we don't know much about the story apart from, you know, a biological weapon's gone off on Black Friday and you're there to try and re-establish
some sort of control, I guess.
Control over New York and reassure its citizens. That's about it. But what I loved about it was it felt like Fallout, but not on that scale. It felt like I could pick it up, do a couple of missions if I wanted to, and then I'd be like, oh, great, I've got some medical supplies, I can do some upgrades, and that's it.
I love Fallout, I really do, but this has grabbed me more than Fallout.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
I'm so sucked in.
Yeah, I think it's more the fact that Fallout, everything's a wasteland, so you've got a town, but it's miles in the distance. With here, the whole thing is inside the city. You've got the buildings around you, you've got people walking around. I mean, I like Destiny, and in some ways this is similar, but one thing this has that doesn't is the NPCs, the other people walking around doing their daily stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to break into cars or keep warm or having fights
that drunk guy that you found hanging outside the window, that was hilarious.
Yeah,
and hurling abuse at you.
Yeah, there's some funny stuff that
that's something that makes you feel that it is a wasteland, but it's still a believable one. People are still there.
Living, breathing world as opposed to the vast emptiness of Destiny.
Yeah. You've got the beginning camp when we first arrive in the beta, and you walk around and suddenly you see other players, and then once you go into the main city, you don't see them unless you go into the dark zone. But you never feel like, oh, this area is just for the players, and then I'm on my own. You still feel that they could be out there.
The trick is you feel satisfied when you're playing this game. Like Destiny, you have to just go from area to area killing groups of people for no apparent reason. Whereas in this, you have to do the same thing, but every time you do it, there's a reason why. Like if you've gone and rescued a hostage, or if you've just gone and saved somebody that's got a gun pointed to their head, you feel good because you've just saved somebody or helped something.
And there's not really a break. I mean, in Destiny, you go from planet to planet, you have to go up into orbit, then you have to choose your new place, and then you get the loading screen. But here, you just walk from one side to the other, or run.
Fuck you with the cell phones. One.
But here, you can walk from one side of the city to the other, from one mission to the other, and there's, you can take your time, or you can run, or there is a quick travel option, but you didn't really feel like it was beneficial doing that.
No,
it was only really useful when you're trying to arrange missions and stuff. When one of you's on the other side of the map and you need to get there quickly.
Yeah,
so
that's the only time I felt the need to use it.
I can imagine the full game with a bigger map, you might use that a bit more often, but still you miss those random encounters and those civilians that make really special moments.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned and check out the next part.